Welcome to Sir Lancelot's Real Estate Roundtable, your guide to mastering the realm of real estate in Central East Florida. I am Sir Lancelot Leonard, ready to uncover the secrets of seller strategies, home staging, mortgage mastery, and more. From Daytona Beach to Cocoa Beach, Lake County to St. Augustine, join me as we navigate the intricacies of real estate. As the leader of the Sir Lancelot Group at Florida Homes Realty and Mortgage, I'm here to arm you with knowledge and innovation, whether you're a seasoned homeowner or a first-time buyer, unveiling the kingdom of real estate, one roundtable at a time. Today on the Real Estate Roundtable, we're thrilled to welcome Rose Sklar, a powerhouse in South Florida's luxury real estate scene. With a background in catering sales and a deep-rooted passion for Weston, Rose didn't just enter real estate, she redefined it. As a certified luxury home marketing specialist, she's built an impressive network of high-end clients and earned her place as a go-to expert in one of Florida's most desirable markets. Rose's story is all about transforming challenges into opportunities, and she's here to share her journey, insights, and the trends she sees happening in the near future in luxury real estate. Stay tuned as we dive into the world of high-end homes with one of the best in the business. Rose, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So let's start. Can you share the story of how you transitioned from catering sales to real estate? Was there a defining moment or inspiration that prompted you to make this leap?
Well, so I started in catering sales back in my early 20s after graduating college up in Jersey with a degree in public relations and marketing. And my husband at the time was working as a golf professional, and the job opportunity opened up and I got the job with no experience, but I did have a very good way with people. And they said, "Oh, no, you're a born seller." So I guess they were right, because I climbed my way up and I became one of the top salespeople at the country club where I sold weddings, bar mitzvahs, and golf outings. So what ended up happening, the reason I made the switch into real estate is I realized how well I was doing. And I said, wow, maybe I could sell houses. I was only 25. My husband then had a job, so he could cover me. So I took the leap. I got my real estate license back in 1989. I was 25 years old. I got a job with Weichert Realtors, who are very big up in the New Jersey area. And I became Rookie of the Year in the first year. So I stayed in the business until I became pregnant a couple of times, had a little bit of trouble. But the career in real estate was perfect for a mom or somebody that would be able to pay the bills, which at the time was my husband, until I began making more money than him. So, so then that's when I transitioned from New Jersey to Florida, and that's the second part of my story.
So what brought you to Weston, and how has living in such a steady community shaped your approach to real estate?
Well, we ended up moving to Weston because my husband's parents had owned a home back in Bonaventure. They were big golfers, and they used to play, they used to watch the Honda Classic down here, and they were members at the country club. So we had been here before. And after the birth of my second child, he was quite ill at birth, after about 3 to 4 years of raising my children alone and complaining as the golf widow, my husband was working 6-7 days a week. I was doing real estate part-time at the moment because it was great for having children, but we decided that I needed a little bit more help than just an occasional birthday party. So we made the jump to South Florida. We decided to move to Weston. The minute I arrived down to Florida, my son began to speak. He wasn't talking. He had severe food allergies, and it worked out great because I had my husband to help me finally, and I didn't want to raise our kids alone. So he actually gave up his career as a golf professional, which I honor him as a wonderful man who put his family first. And we actually found our way knocking on doors and doing open houses. But because with grit and hustle, we made the American dream happen.
That is an awesome story there. So Weston has its own unique allure, and how do you communicate that charm to potential buyers or those unfamiliar with the area?
Well, that's pretty easy because Weston is so awesome. It's like a hometown. It was built by, it's a St. Joe company, And Disney actually opened it back in the 1980s, the late 80s. They actually cut the ribbon with Mickey Mouse. So
Nice.
the fact that I had been here before it was even Weston, like there was really so much just concrete and Everglades, and they transformed it into one of the most beautiful places I have ever seen. In fact, when you drive in off of 75 or 595, you know immediately that you have arrived in Weston. It looks totally different. Everything is landscape, beautiful hills to walk on, bike paths, beautiful landscaping. You are in total Technicolor. As well, you've got a public, 6 places, A+ schools, stuff for the kids. We've got the July 4th parade. We've got the fireworks. We've got the Philharmonic playing in town center. There's places to eat and shop. And by the way, I met all my people here. I had so many friends quickly. And more importantly, my children were very safe. It's very protected. It's just a beautiful place to raise your kids. And now that my kids are grown and gone, I still choose to live in Weston. I love it. And I'm not leaving.
I feel like there's a great community sense in Weston, and that brings the whole thing together as, hey, it's just like a small town in like a huge area. Like Weston's not big itself, but I meant like South Florida, as in big in a huge area. Weston's a really desirable part of it.
So Weston is a city. We've got 65,000 people living here, believe it or not, with about 22,000 residences. So the funny thing about it is, it doesn't feel like that many people live here. It is a city. We have commissioners, we have police, sheriffs. It just feels so cohesive, and it's a really friendly community. And that's why I really chose it. I did look around. Like if people want to commute to Miami, it's still within the envelope of getting down there within 45 minutes. Of course, if you work in Fort Lauderdale, you're going to get there in 30 minutes, 25 minutes. We've got the super highways. We're close to the Brightling. We're close to the airport. So I just couldn't find a better place to raise our kids. They really loved it. The schools were great. They both went off to college. And now I've got actually my son now in the business with us for the past 5 years. He'll be turning 28. And he is the director of operations. So I've got my legacy in the box.
That is awesome. I hope my kids are gonna 5-year-old likes real estate, likes houses and building and all that stuff. So hopefully she'll get a taste for it. Join us in the venture of real estate. So as a certified luxury home marketing specialist, how do you define luxury in real estate? And what qualities set this apart from other market segments?
Well, luxury in Weston, we would consider it would be above $1 million, give or take. In my opinion, it's a little bit higher now because the prices have gone up significantly in the last since COVID. Really, I mean,
Yep.
You had a real major jump in price points. So luxury, I would say really more like it would be those homes, the more custom homes on properties, such as maybe a water lot, a golf lot, something on an acreage. Most of Weston is gated. And also, of course, those homes that have been renovated, highly renovated, because the majority of the homes here are between 20 and 30 years old, because that's when Weston started.
Mm-hmm. So it's fairly fresh. So it's not like an old community. What do you think luxury clients prioritize in today's market that might differ from past years?
The luxury buyers, the
Yes.
sellers?
Luxury
Okay,
buyers.
so I think the luxury buyers are more suited for, they're looking for lifestyle. They're looking for desirability within the home, that the floor plan works for their family. Maybe they're intergenerational and they've got grandma living with them, or they have their kids coming back from school trying to, jumpstart their career, because these kids it's taking a little longer these days. So we have these hybrid families. I noticed that they really love the luxury items, such as a lot of these new homes have gyms in them. They've got more than a 3-car garage, some of them up to 10-car garages. They do like to have all the bells and whistles, including like a theater room, high-tech kitchens. They like, I noticed that they really enjoy summer kitchens. They like green homes. They want the impact windows. They want newer construction. If it's an older house, they want a renovation, or they want a good price because they'll do the renovations themselves. So honestly, it's typically location, condition, amenities, desirability, and then of course, price gets involved there.
Sounds about right to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You build an impressive network of high-end clients. What strategies do you use to establish and nurture relationships with discerning buyers and sellers?
Well, I'm definitely a friendly person. I get around in the community. I don't mean that in a bad way, but people know who I am. We are in all of the magazines. I write articles about the market. My husband, he was a PGA golf professional in New Jersey, so he writes golf articles. We're both members at the club at Weston Hills where we play golf. I, you'll find me eating dinner there, hanging out. I do a lot of community events. I'm involved. You'll see me at like the July 4th parade. I go to the Relay for Life. I do a lot of philanthropy. And I've been invited to many, events. It may be like Jeff Conine, for instance, is one of my clients right now. He is Mr. Marlin. I have his house on the market. And he found me through word of mouth. Really, people watch the people that are getting the houses sold, the people that know how to do renovations with good return on investment, the people that know how to stage a home and how to find the right buyers by having impactful events at the home, which I do. I'm really big on events. I have public relations and event planning in my back pocket. I've done this for my career and I bring it with me, which serves my high-end clientele very well.
Awesome. And have any of your methods for networking evolved over time with social media's growth?
Yeah, my social media is pretty strong. I do a lot of reels and interviews and podcasts, and I write articles. Everything is on there. And I did get actually, it's kind of a cute one. I always raise money and toys for a charity every year. I have a cookie exchange. I'm on my 7th year. I've been doing it every year. And a year or two ago, so I had Jason Taylor reach out to me and he donated toys and he found me on social. So I was like, whoa, as well, Jeff Conine, they watch us. It's interesting. I didn't think that they were, but they are. They're not very active, but I did get a donation of toys for Joe DiMaggio.
That is so
really
awesome.
Nice. Yeah, so it does work.
I love like-minded people. I also have a charity. We help people in Africa. We have an orphanage. And we take care of them every month. We send them a small donation that will feed them and clothe them. Always looking for other, donors because it's not easy. We're also, looking into local and how we can do more local things. We usually do a toy drive or a food drive around Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So to help families in need in our communities as well. So I love like-minded people. This is one of the good things about realtors that I think that 90% of realtors I talk to are involved in some sort of philanthropy, giving back to their communities or charity or running a charity or something like that. It's like we wear so many hats. It's like, here's my charity hat, like I have one of those too.
That's a beautiful thing. A lot, I mean, a lot of the people I know do it. Maybe they're in Rotary, which is service before self. I definitely raise money for Relay for Life. I lost my brother to cancer. I'm on the advisory board for the Weston Music Society. I want to make sure that the arts don't go away. It's very important in the schools.
It is.
And I'm actually was in charge of Ways and Means, which is the people that gets the money and makes the calls, which I did for a few years. But after a while, I was like, whoa, So I said, I'd rather find the location for the next event and have them and not pay for it. I mean, I'm really good at that. Getting donations, getting people that want to sponsor my events because it's a give back.
It is. It's a write-off for most companies and individuals. That's what I keep telling everybody. It's like you get a receipt that you could use for your tax returns. Come on, man.
Yeah, we need help. We're a 501(c)(3). We have to 504(c), whatever it's called.
501(c)(3).
C3?
C3, yes. I have one.
There you go.
I think 501(c)(3).
It's like that number, I can't remember it, but you know what I mean.
There you go. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So what are some of the most exciting trends you're seeing in luxury real estate, both locally in Weston and on a larger scale?
Well, honestly, the weirdest trend I'm seeing right at this moment in time as we're in an election year. So you've heard, I'm sure, before, it was location, right?
Correct.
And that is still and will always be true. But right now, in this moment in time, it is price, price, price. Because the year didn't turn out the way we thought. We were told back in January that we were going to have 6 price reductions in the interest rate. Well, that didn't really happen. So we were all waiting. There's a lot of buyers on the fence. And unless your home in a luxury residential market is not highly upgraded, it needs to be priced very well. I like to call it the striking zone. I do not like to reach for prices when the homes are not renovated. If you have a highly renovated home, I will reach. In fact, I just sold a house over the weekend. I didn't even put it on the market. I was showing it as a coming soon, and I got an offer so quick. I told my seller, let's pop it on the market. And I was able to get him even more money. So I knew the strategy was he priced it right. He listened to me. A lot of the times they don't. They think that I don't know what they think. They have to trust us. The sellers have to trust us. The buyers have to trust us. I have a good trust factor with my clientele. I have a lot of repeat business and referrals. But the thing is, right now, that is the most unusual one. It's not location, location, location. Right now, it's price, price, price. I'm hoping that will change. But the other more important luxury trend that I am seeing is renovations. The buyers want the renovations, but they have to be good renovations. You can put lipstick on a pig, you can fix up a house and paint it and slap up some inexpensive, throw in the luxury vinyl floors on top of it. But if you're really going to be in a luxury market, and I've had people actually put flooring in, real wood flooring, spending $30,000, $40,000, because I know that the return on investment is going to be so significant because they don't want to do the work. They want good work. They don't want crap. And they are willing to pay more for it. I watch price per square foot across Weston and South Florida. And I can pretty much tell you that anything that's highly renovated with impact windows and a new roof, and it's done for today, more of a contemporary, clean, minimalistic look, not highly antiseptic, not white and black and gray, but more of like a natural tones. Those are selling for really high price per square foot.
That's great information, by the way. Thank you very much. You have a really good grasp on this.
I do. I pretty much know that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I tell my kids that they don't listen. The kids are like, Mom, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, you know what? Someday you'll realize that your mother was right.
Yes, someday.
Yeah, I hope.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, they kind of know.
We love our sellers and our buyers. Yeah. And I know it takes so long to build that trust until they can sort of blindly trust us about, hey, this is where we should really price it. Because hey, I am professional, I do this for a living, like it's just so hard for them to understand that, yes, you lived in this house. Okay. The most things about this particular house, but do you actually know how to price it? Do you know the market? Do you know all your neighbors' houses and all of that? That's what we're for. That's what we do.
Right.
As realtors.
And they need to trust us. I always tell them, you're the boss. I'm your advisor. I'm going to give you the information that you need to hear, not that you want to hear. I don't like, I go in there sometimes and, maybe I won't take a listing because the price is ridiculously out of the mark. And I'm like, you know what? Let them call me back because you waste so much time at the wrong price.
Well, you'd rather be a second or a third at that point. I would rather,
unless the good thing is sometimes I do take it and I'm like, okay, let's reach. As long as you tell me that when I tell you in 30 days that we're repositioning, that you remember that I told you that, because sometimes they forget.
So I put that in my agreements usually.
Yeah, I need them to sign it. And by the way, I get price reductions. I get good price reductions because I'm really good with Excel spreadsheets. I make sure that I'm showing them price per square foot, that, apples to apples, not apples to oranges, hey, he has impact and you have accordions. It's not the same. I'm really sorry. I mean, I know your insurance might be okay, but in the end, the impact is worth more money. And the typical Arvida pool that we all have is different than the $100,000 pool that my neighbor put
the waterfall and the features.
Exactly.
And everything.
They're not the same, and the values are different. And I mean, I'm a person that walks in homes every day of my life and sells things and knows what stuff costs. So I can pretty much eyeball a kitchen and know who built it. I know who built the pool. I know if it's Isick. I know if it's Van Dyke. I can walk in. I know their designs. It's really weird. It's a weird thing that I do, but I think it's actually good for my clients. They really appreciate that I know this is a Cortland model and that's an Essex 4. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I do not know, but I know. And I don't need to go online. I know it in my brain.
It's all the experience.
It's a lot of experience. Oh, there's my husband back there.
Yeah,
Hello.
she's
Hi, honey.
it's okay. How do you anticipate the Western market evolving over the coming years, especially in terms of luxury demand?
Oh, it's going up. I'll tell you why I think. Well, with all the hurricanes that we've had recently, it's very, very sad. And I think a lot of the people that are living coastally might be moving a little bit more inland because I mean, we're here in Weston. The best thing about Weston is that we can lower our lakes. All our utilities are underground. And it's just like, and our gas stations don't go down. So every time there's a hurricane, everybody's coming from the outskirts of Weston and they're coming in for our gas because we don't lose power. I mean, we could, obviously we can, but we haven't, knock on wood. So I kind of think we're going to get a few people coming into the middle of the state. I own Intracoast. I actually own on the ocean. It's on a high rise. I did it for my sanity. It's my, like, I got to get out of Weston. I got to get out of Dodge. I got to go relax. I got to go regroup. I got to take care of myself type of thing. And, I worry when the hurricanes come, it's got impact. There's been some flooding, but in the end, that's not my primary residence. So, yeah, I think I see people still coming from the Northeast, a lot of people coming from New York, Jersey, Boston, Chicago, California is on its way. So we have a very strong market. I do not see it going down. And my biggest advice to anybody in their home, if you have any money whatsoever that you could put toward your home, do a renovation every year. Do something in your home and enjoy it before you have to move. If you can afford it, of course. I don't want you to do it if you don't have the money, but if you're going to eventually sell, easiest thing is paint, but I recommend that when you're nearing moving out of your house, that would be the last thing I would do. But redo your pool deck, fix your roof, put in some impact, do a bathroom, but make sure you do it, not maybe taste specific for you. Maybe look at the trends and do something kind of neutral. You're not going to get hurt as much and you can enjoy it. Get that vessel tub in your bathroom. I have mine and I love it. It's just freestanding. And, when I go to move, which maybe in a few years I might, I'm not sure, it's done. And I enjoyed it at the same time. So, spend
Correct.
a little money on your home.
I always say that to my wife. We live in new construction. So ours
Okay, well, you don't need to. I'm in a house that's been renovated from top to bottom.
So this is the thing. New construction, we're like, oh, but we need a bigger house. New construction, bigger houses in my area are insane in price right now. They're $1 million plus. I'm like, it's like, okay, we're a small family, of 4. We need a bigger house, but do we need $1 million house? No. So we're like looking on the market for older homes and everything. And I'm like, okay, so if we buy that for like $650 or $700, let's say, I need
do the renovation.
Yeah, I know. We would definitely do the renovation prior to moving in the home. Just go in there, knock everything out, put everything new in, move in, and feel like we're moving into a new construction home, basically.
Well, that's another thing that I do for my clients. I'm specialized in renovation. And actually, I am the national spokesperson for Coldwell Banker for our Real Vitalize program, where our company actually puts the money to the contractors that are on our list of approved vendors, and they pay it up front, and then you pay them back out of the equity of your home. It is a total win-win. I do it all the time. I stage like 15, 20, 25 times per year. Almost all of my listings, I do it. I even did it with Jeff Conine. We got staging in the house. We painted. We fixed floors. It's all important. We put new railings in. He actually redid his whole pool deck. Because I said, you've got a house that demands these type of renovations to get the dollar that you want. He had pavers in the back, huge yard. I said, you're putting travertine in. He did it. He trusted me. And it works. And they know, they've been living there for 25 years. I'm like, that's your pool deck. Like, let's bring it up to today. This is a luxury property. And you know what? They trusted me and they did it. And you know what? It worked. So there you go.
At the end of the day. And faster sale, more money, less
faster sale, more money in your pocket, looks better in pictures.
Everything.
Less problems on the inspection report. Yeah, less problems on the inspection report. Like, oh no, your pool, it's because you know what's going to happen if you don't fit. And another thing I recommend to people, doing a home inspection before you list your house, because it's better to fix the problem before the buyer finds it. It's going to cost you significantly less money if you fix it before than if it comes up on the inspection report.
Definitely, because you could use a handyman instead of a contractor.
Yeah, they're going to double it. So you might as well do it up front. That's what I tell my sellers.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I'm working on my GC license as we're talking in this.
Oh,
Probably
good.
by the time this comes out, I might already have it. So yes, and it's part of my business model. That my future business model is
Mhm.
offering the assistance of, hey, you guys, we should start renovating before we put it on the market because you'll get
Totally.
more money, sell faster, and you'll
Yeah.
enjoy it for a little longer,
Totally.
updated,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
you're going to live in a nice updated house, so
And it's also a good idea to buy investment properties. I have five. Okay. I own
nice.
five homes, and that's going to take care of me when I'm old so that my kids don't have to worry about me. So, anybody out there, that's got some money on the side, buy the stuff and rent them. And then when you're older and you don't want your kids don't have any money to take care of you, your rental property will. So, there
For
you go.
sure.
I'm protected and I save my kids from, I don't want to take their money anyway. So, there you go.
So talking about kids, and let's switch the tone to new agents. And what advice would
Okay.
you give to real estate agents who are just starting out and hope to succeed in the luxury sector?
Well, okay, so you need to learn, and I mean, if you could get on a team and like just what's that called? Like I'll give you a perfect example. My son came into the business, and he loves sitting open houses with me. He's like, I love watching you work. I love listening to what you say. Oh my God, how do you do that? I go, well, that's experience. But I would say you could probably try to get a mentor if you can. If you can get on a team, a strong team. It's not always that easy. My team is full right now, but that's an idea. The second thing is I would niche. I started in one area. I wasn't all over the place. It just kind of depends. Maybe you could specialize in new construction, get out there, learn all the new construction, do some videos. I'm sure they'll let you drive up to Port St. Lucie, pick a niche. Like right now, I'm working on the 55 plus community. That is the bulk of my business because of my age now. A lot of my stuff is repeat business. I'm selling the big homes. My clients are all, their kids are out of college. They're getting married now. And my age group is downsizing to the 55 plus, and I'm selling their homes. And now I'm selling homes to their kids. So do open houses for agents that have open houses to give. I do that within my company. And another thing would be to join like a local community group, a business networking group, or actually create your own. If you can't get into one, I made my own when I first started here in Weston, and it's still going strong after 22 years. It's made up of a title guy, a mortgage guy. We're the only realtors. And I'm telling you, I got so much business from these people, not only business, but they're my friends. So that's an idea for somebody new. Get people within your age group where you feel comfortable. We're from different generations anyway. Mix it up and like have a little fun. And remember, you got to go to the office and you need to work hard. This
Well,
is a job where you need to answer your phone. I know you have boundaries out there. I get you got millennials. I hear you. But you do need to answer your phone sometimes. I just answered the phone today, 7:45 a.m. As I stood in line to vote, I was doing a deal and she was so grateful. But I did it because I was in a transaction and I
yeah,
knew I needed to answer the phone. My boundary, I don't usually answer that early, but I did for her because it made sense.
yeah.
So loosen
Is-
up a little bit. You got to loosen up just a bit, a
Definitely.
teensy weensy,
Pick
you
up that
know?
phone. I always say that your
Pick up
number
the
one thing in
phone,
real
pick
estate
it
is your
up.
phone. Like you should answer it and call and use it as your biggest
Oh,
tool. If you're a knight, that's your sword, basically.
most importantly, here it is. Just do it. Face your fears. Get up in the morning, eat the frog, make the phone call, knock on the door, do it scared, and you'll succeed.
Yeah, I think that's a great advice. Is
Yeah.
that a specific skill or mindset you'd consider as an essential
Yes.
thing for those who are aiming to thrive in
Yes.
the
You
high end real
you have
estate
to have
market?
I think you need to have a growth mindset. You need to pivot. So I'm older. I'm 60 years old. So I am considered a boomer, which I cannot even believe. The thing is, you got to do it scared. Do you really think I wanted to knock on that door and call that $1 million listing? I was scared crapless. That's not the word I was going to choose, but anyway, I did it anyway. You know what? You might surprise yourself, and if you don't get it, you can learn from it and just pick your bootstraps back up and go try again.
I
Okay?
know that feeling. I used to
Yeah.
go for a 5 a.m. swim, 30, 40 minutes in the pool down when I lived in Miami. I lived in
Wow.
Edgewater. And I did my
Yep.
swim, 5 a.m., got up,
Hmm.
got ready, stood in front of the mirror. I dressed up in my suit. Okay. I put my shoes on.
Smart. Yep.
I had the mirror in front of me. I was looking at myself while I was making my phone calls. And I did this for months on end until I succeeded in getting listings and listings and listings. You know,
and it works.
It does. It does. It works
Well, it's
really effectively because people, yes, you get a lot of F's and a lot of go away and a lot of negative stuff, but you get that one person that's like a sweetheart that like, oh my God, it just made your day. You know, like
failure is the currency.
Yeah.
Rejection is the currency. You got to get 100 no's and then you get one right. Like I had, not that I had doors slammed in my face, but people had been rude and nasty and my feelings were hurt. But as I got older, my skin is very thick. It's really hard to upset me these days. In fact, if a seller is going off or a buyer, whoever they are, and they're losing their crap, I'm very good at like, okay, we're really having a hard day right now. I don't get upset. I know how it feels. I've been through it. I've raised children. I've bought homes. I've lost things. I've won. I've lost. I've had rejection. I can relate to their feelings. Let them have their emotion. Call them back tomorrow. Say, you know what? You're really having a bad day, even though you call me a nasty word. I think maybe you should sleep on it. Don't get angry. Just let them off the hook and call them back the next day. I'm talking 9 times out of 10. They are so like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I can't even believe I treated you like that. Sometimes I say, who do you think I am? Your wife? Hello.
Exactly.
But, and sometimes they'll laugh. Like, I'm just very authentic and I get it. And I just don't take it personally anymore. I think when you're young, you do. You're like, how could they say that to me? That was so mean.
Yeah, sure.
But like real estate is rejection. You're going to get a lot of it. So
put that armor on, kiddo.
Put that armor on. Listen to the songs. I love all those songs.
Get some motivational speeches in your headset before you start talking.
Yeah. And listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts. I listen to Mel Robbins. I freaking love her. She's like kind of my age. You probably listen to some younger guy. I'm sure.
Ricky Caruth is one of my guys.
There you go. My son listens to some guy. I can't think of his name. I listen to him. He's like he's not my jive, but I get him, So she's my jive. She's a woman. She's in her mid 50s. I relate to her. I just love her. Her line is, let them. Just let them. It doesn't even matter. If they're going to be a jerk, let them. And then just the next day, call them back. So, you feeling better today? Oh my God. Yeah. Do you want to put the deal together? This is what's on the table. Or do you want to base it all on principle? Because guess what? Sometimes you got to release that crap and we got to look at, this is what we got. And these are the situations. And do you want to buy your house back or do you want to move forward? The ball is in your court. What is your decision, Mr. Seller or buyer? And you know what? It works. And that's what I do.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a fairly hard close at that point. I like it. That's my style too. It's like I get to the point where I'm like, okay, we've seen enough houses.
Yeah, I kind of take it away. If you get me at my, I've been in the business of 35 years. If you're going to get me out in a car with you looking for a house, you're signing all the paperwork up front. I'm not even going to go out anymore. Like, because I need loyalty. I'm a really good agent and I'm going to get you what you need. And I need you to be loyal to me too. And there's not so much loyalty out there anymore.
Oh, but talking about that, the new NAR settlement is going to help us. Yep. Yes. It's like, here.
I have no problem getting them signed. They sign for me. Like there's no question. But it
show value.
Difficult. Yeah, you show value.
No more looky-loos. Because they're like, value. I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, then I'm not ready to go out and show you a house.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So next question is, how has your involvement with organizations like the Master Broker Forum and the Broward Center for Performing Arts influenced your work in real estate?
Well, the Master Broker Forum, I've been a member for a really long time, and I'm now on the board, which is I love all these people, and we're all friends, and we all collaborate, and some of us are. We're competitive, but not in a nice way. Like I find the best part about it is I'll be like, hey, Tim from Fort Lauderdale, what do you have? I got a buyer. And, I call them directly. Hey, I'm getting an off-market property. So because of my relationships, a lot of times I know about stuff before anybody else does because we have a relationship. We cooperate with each other, even though we are competitive sometimes. And that type of relationship is very, very enticing And it's really helpful for my clients, the fact that I have a relationship with other realtors at the top level of their game. That would be the master broker form. As far as the Broward Center for the Performing Arts, the reason I'm involved in that is my daughter did go to school for musical theater. She got her Bachelor of Fine Arts from the Boston Conservatory.
Ooh, that's a
And
fancy one,
she's
isn't it?
yeah, she's definitely fancy and very super talented
I
and
love it.
just recently got engaged and marrying a man that she met who's a musical composer, and they're artists and they're living up in New Jersey. And I just love the arts. I mean, I go to every show. I'm a season ticket holder. And who do you think's there with me? All
People
my
like yourself.
friends, from people like me that like the arts, that, you know, again, like I'm a member at the country club. They like golf. I have friends that like cars, and we hang out with these people. We walk the walk and we talk the talk. And they want to work with people that are like them.
Yeah.
And those are the people that I get.
You don't even have to mirror there. It's like
No,
we're
I
like,
just go be myself, and they're like, "Hey, Rose," and they're like, "How's the show?" You know, I'm excited. I mean, there's so much good stuff coming at the Broward Center. I'm very excited to see
that
it.
is awesome.
And some of them are my daughter's friends. Like her friends are in these shows. Like I'm just waiting for my daughter to be in one. We're still hopeful.
It will happen
It's a
sooner
it's
or
a
later.
it's a hard career. It's a
Yeah.
very difficult career.
So, what do you think makes community engagement so important in real estate, especially for high net worth clients?
Oh, community engagement is like the
Do you
bomb.
think?
Like, oh, totally. Like, all right. So I'll tell you an example. Like I literally, so the boat show was just this past week. Now I didn't go myself personally. I couldn't go, but because of who I know, I was able to get my very good friend, Jill Hertzberg, who was she's the #1 team in the nation. I mean, I'm talking the entire nation of the United States. Okay. I collaborate with her. I was able to get her tickets to talk with all the yacht owners because of the person I knew. So this is very important. I didn't even do it for myself. I just did it for her because I knew, hey, she's got the $50-100 million buyer. I mean, I wish I did. But the thing is, I help my coworkers, and because it's like a collaboration, it comes back to you later when you help others that way. But I never would have been able to get her in unless I had known the person. And,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you got to put it together. Like you make those connections, not only for myself, but for others within my community. And then I hope someday they'll do it back for me.
I'm
And
sure.
they do.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah.
I mean, the Jills you're talking about, correct?
I'm
The
talking about Jill
Jills
Hertzberg.
from
The
Miami?
Jills.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
that's like knowing a Josh
Yeah, it's a
Altman
good
or a Ryan
contact, right?
Serhant, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, I've met Ryan Serhant. I met
Nice.
him. He wrote a book, but I mean, I don't know him personally, but I'm gonna meet him.
Yes, one
Apparently,
day.
he's down here. He's down here now. I heard he opened
He
in this
did.
area. Yeah.
He's growing pretty fast.
Yeah.
I've
He's a
been
great guy.
I,
Love
I
him.
always, fool around with doing his courses and stuff because he
Mhm.
has some good, output for
I
how
read
to
his
do
book.
modern. Yeah,
I read the books. Yeah.
that is great. So,
Yeah.
what aspect of your work with luxury home buyers and sellers do you find most rewarding?
What part is most rewarding? I mean, so I'm going to tell a personal story, which I think is amazing. So I have Jeff Conine. I have it right now. But the best part about it is I brought our son in with us to get this luxury listing. And if you follow me on social, you can see this amazing video that our son just did. So we're starting the new Reels, and that's for 2025. We're going to be working on it's all Reels placement. It's all digital. And what I said is I want our son, who's got the look and has the experience of 5 years with us backing him, and the global leader Caldwell Banker, he's been doing videos within the community. And the thing that I loved the best was they came to me and they said, wow, your son's amazing. Like he is so personable. And I said to myself, oh my God, it's happening. So it's the relationships with the people like that. I feel like I did a good job as a mom and also as a mentor, and that our what I teach works, and that I love to give back. I do help everyone on my team. I've got a team of about 15. We have new construction now. We give all of our team members the opportunity to sit there. I literally just put a deal together with one of my team members. She was losing the listing, and I said, you're not losing it. I'm going to go in with you. And I got it back. And, I said, let me save the deal. Don't let it go to somebody else. Like, just ask for help. Like, I'm very willing to help the team or anybody, really. They don't even have to be on my team. I don't care. I'll help you if you ask. But that's the best part. Like to feel like I gave somebody some information that really made a difference. You know, I just want to make a difference.
That is awesome. That is great. So, with a person with their finger on the pulse of luxury real estate, I'm not talking locally, Weston. I'm talking what
Mhm.
is going to happen with the whole industry in the future. What's your prediction? You know,
Oh, luxury is like it's I don't think it's touchable really. I just don't see it coming down at all. Like I just feel like
like a
I just don't
question.
see it.
It's not about coming down. I was thinking more like, are you going to go into crypto? House is going to sell for
Oh,
Bitcoin.
crypto?
Do you see
Uh,
like a new trend coming down the pipe that you're like, oh wow, this is new. This doesn't happen.
mm.
I mean, just thoughts like that.
All right, so
Like,
let's talk. I made a big mistake. I sold it recently.
oh,
And then it went up. I'm like, no, but I mean,
I did
I
the
have
same
not.
thing.
Oh my God, I can't even believe it. It was just sitting and it was pretty, it did go up. So we were like, we needed money for something and we just pulled it out and at the last second. I'm like, of course it went up.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, do I think I would say yes. It's still it's a fuzzy thing. I mean, even some of the high producers that I know that did do deals with it, there's still very few right now. I don't see a lot of that crypto happening. More so, I see cash. I mean, I see cash everywhere. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of money people are making in our world, in this country. I just got back from Cancun. I was at our celebration of success, which was fantastic. And I met all of the top agents from a Coldwell Banker family, which is Realogy, people from like Pebble Beach and Beverly Hills. And we were all talking and just, brainstorming. And we kind of were saying the same thing. Like the only thing that's going to hurt the luxury market is really the weather. There's nothing we could do about that. I
yeah.
mean, we've got like, flooding coming in and fires and things like that. But I really think people are going to continue to buy luxury properties. Um, I can't even believe the price points that I'm seeing. I mean, Danny Hertzberg, I was at an event with him just a couple weeks back. He just sold the highest price in Miami for $126 million. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, I mean, my team, we do those kind of numbers in a year, but not for one
One
house. So
sale, yeah, that's a big
yeah.
sale.
So I'm like, I think I need to move east. I think I'm going down to Miami next. But no, it's not all about the money. I mean, we have an amazing market. It's very there's enough for everybody, and it's all about relationships. I think that's how you get the listings and the buyers. It's
That's how
just
you stay in the
building
luxury market.
relationship. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's relationships. It's like I said, attending events like Glamathon and going to charity events like there's stuff like the Healthy Mothers, Healthy Babies, stuff like that. I also contribute to like I give money to dogs and cats every month because I love animals and just like little things like that. People really appreciate those little gentle gives.
nice. So if you could
'Cause
sum up your journey in one lesson or philosophy, what would you share with others aiming to make an impact in real estate, such as yourself?
I'm going to go back to what I said before. You're going to do it scared. You're going to embrace growth mindset. You're going to pivot and stop staying in your old school. Like I do a combination of both. So I would just say, eat the frog, do it scared, and you've got your own back. So, and you're going to learn if you fail, you're going to learn. So it's all good. Just go for it. Just go for it.
Rose, thank you again for coming on the podcast. This is amazing, really informative. I hope a lot of new agents watch this because a team of 20, come on, who doesn't want a team? That is
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm trying to like, I'm hoping for like a grandchild soon. That would be nice. I could like, maybe I could have a house in Jersey too, and I could come back and forth with my little grandbaby, but I'm still going to work. It's okay. You're allowed to have grandchildren and work. So
You're going to be a great
the
grandmother,
Jills
I'm
do it.
sure.
The Jills do it. So I can do it too. There you
Definitely.
go.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Rose, again. Any shout outs? Do you want to, promote anything here? Or did you do your social media handles or something? We could
Oh,
share it with the
yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, just I'm on social media, either Sklar Team or Rose Sklar. I'm very easy to find. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. TikTok, believe it or not, and LinkedIn.
And it's going to be in the description underneath the video. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Rose, thank you again for coming. Hope to see you again one time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Sir Lancelot's Real Estate Roundtable, where we've unveiled the mysteries of real estate together. Remember, in this kingdom of possibilities, every dream home is just a discussion away. I can help your real estate dreams come true. Just call me at 786-449-7518. Until our next roundtable, may your ventures be prosperous and your homes be filled with love and joy. Farewell, fellow knights of real estate.